So I thought I would get on the floor again and chat to you. I know we're not doing a full camera bag thing, because I know we did that a couple of weeks ago on the actual main channel. But I thought it might just be interesting to see physically what I'm taking tomorrow. So it's London Podcast Show Day tomorrow, which is over at the Design Centre at Islington. Thankfully, the tube strike has been abated, which means it should be a really easy day for me. So for me, it's into Waterloo to Bank, and then Bank just 3 stops round to Angel. So it should be nice and easy. The last moment I drove, but getting to North London from where I live is a real pain. And obviously now I look at being on the trains, and particularly the tubes, as being fodder for some great shots. So the journey itself should be easy enough. I'm going to book my tickets on Trainline tonight, try and get ahead of everything so everything's all done, ready for me. And then it's a case of being prepared with the bag. So batteries, that's always the first thing that I start with, make sure everything's charged. So I'm charging now, I've got one battery in the Canon, and I've got, I've been using this app again. In fact, I'm glad I did use the app on the phone, because there was a firmware update for the Canon. So I've just done that, which is so much easier now. You used to have to download it, put it on the card and put the card in. Now it's just done via the app and Bluetooth. So it's all done, it's up to date. I think the only difference in me could be forced colour I can have on while I'm shooting. I think that's the only main difference. Anyway, so batteries. A couple of weeks ago, when I did that shot outside the O2 when I was on that yellow bridge, I made the mistake of having my battery, because if you remember, going back into earlier in the spring, I set off with only one battery. I had one battery in, which was dead, and I had to get through the whole day on one battery, which caused me anxiety. So lessons, everything's a lesson learned. So now I always make sure the batteries are charged. But then when I did that shot, the yellow bridge shot, I'd forgotten, or not forgotten, but I'd left the camera turned on for the entire train journey over there. So for an hour and a half, the camera had been on in my bag. Again, I kicked myself, but lessons learned. So both batteries will be fully charged. I've got one charging just over there at the moment. The other one's fully charged and in, but when I get home tonight, I'll make sure that both of the camera batteries are out and fully charged. I could probably do with getting some more of these batteries. They do see me through a day, actually, even when I'm doing a lot of 4K work, because it tends to be fairly short snippets that I'm doing. It's not massive long sessions. I know the heat will obviously probably make things worse, because it's maybe 30 degrees on Monday. But anyway, so batteries there. I've had the gimbal charging up today as well, to make sure that that's fully charged, because as you know, I'm now taking that rather than a tripod, and it works really, really well. I would like to take the suitcase or briefcase arm that goes on it as well, but as much as, because that just simply slides on, and then you can obviously open up the handle there and give yourself a better, more stable grip, which I would do, but again, everything has to be carried around. So I'm going to do without this extra handle, the briefcase grip tomorrow. As much as it does make for much more stable recording, I can get away with just using the tripod handle at the bottom there. But that is an absolute godsend. Also, I'm using the pan follow setting on there. If you know anything about gimbals, I've spent a lot of time trying to get this gimbal set right. And the video that you'll see this week, I'll come to that in a moment actually, the one for the in-air glasses, I do this pan shot on Jubilee Bridge, as I now know it's called, up to show Elizabeth Tower, get me being a Londoner, and the London Eye. And it's really smooth. I haven't quite got the tilt set. The pan's not particularly good, but my tilt is good now. So that's nice and smooth. And again, it means I can set that down. I can do, because I need to take thumbnail shots as well. And next week's video is going to be hopefully an unpaid for video, and it's going to be about the iPod Classic. I've written the blog for it. I think I mentioned that. That's done. That's proof. That's ready to go. Just need to add pictures in, which I'm going to take tomorrow. But I'm also going to make a video about it, and I think it could be a really good. I'm looking forward to making it, put it that way, and I think it stands a chance of doing reasonably well, tapping into kind of the retro thing. And I am loving using it. I really am loving using it. The times I listen to music when I'm out now, it's on an iPod. Tomorrow clearly will be different, because I need to be using SatNav. Although not a lot tomorrow, actually. Not a lot, because I'm going to get straight off the train and go into the exhibition. I won't be there all that long. There is some speakers. I think Emily Maitlis is meant to be speaking tomorrow. So I might sit down and watch one or two of those. Riverside have invited me to an after-event drinks party at a pub as well. So I've registered for that. I'm not going to hang around too long, because photography is more important to me. So I'll go to the event, spend some time there, make sure I shoot the video while I'm in London for next week, and then then as to whether I stay for drinks afterwards and how many of the speakers that I decide to see, we'll see. So the gimbal's coming with me. That's my press pass, the QR code, which obviously gets scanned as you go in. That goes in your lanyard, because we all love a lanyard. I'll be using this mic, I think, tomorrow, the Hollyland one. They haven't got back to me yet. I might do a follow-up. I don't want to be a pain in the neck to her, but I'd really like, in fact, I'll probably make it clear. I'll say, look, I'm not even looking for a paid collaboration here, just to get in with you and to use that mic. I'll do something for free. And then I could show the mic during the course of one of my London videos kind of thing. But I think I'll use this, although, yeah, I think I'll use this. It's giving really good audio. I haven't got an issue with the audio at all. So I don't need anything else on the culture on the camera. So yeah, almost certainly I'll be using that. So that's something else I've got to make sure it's fully charged. These batteries do go on for a long, long time. There's a receiver on the camera. Obviously my little mic that you can just about see there. The MacBook Neo will be coming with me. That's my go-to now because particularly after the experience last week at Waterloo when I got stuck there, it meant with that I could effectively do the vlog and I can offload some files during the day. And that's what I like to do, as you know, again, from mistakes I've made earlier this year, sort of during the day, offload some of the files from the SD card onto the Mac. So I always have an SD card reader with me as well, which should be in the bag. Yes, it is. So that'll be coming with me. And I've got my little mini tripod as well that will be coming with me, so that I'm covered for kind of any scenarios. Also, I'm going to take a mobile phone mount that can go on the gimbal as well, should I need it. So I'm covered phone-wise. I'm going to be taking two phones, so I've got two networks. No, I still haven't done the switch to dual SIM, so I'll be taking the 17 Pro Max and the Air with me. So I've got two batteries and also two different providers. And I'll be taking PowerBrick with me, which is actually at home, not here. So I think that's the main kit I'll be taking. Oh, and this thing is absolutely invaluable. I showed you that before, this little multi-arm, flexi-arm thing, because it means I can just put that onto the camera and put that onto a fence or a railing or table, anything like that, and immediately I've got a small little tripod for the camera. So all these tricks I've learned along the way, and this Canon R50V, I was watching videos yesterday about the R6V, and I mean, it's got 7K on there. It's all sorts. Eventually, if luck is on my side, I will get it. You know, it's a part of my tool of my trade. I do use it a lot. When I bought this, I felt guilty, but look how much I've used this and look how far I've come with it. So a couple of things I was just going to mention tonight. I think that was all that was particularly of interest in the bag. Oh, I take some little kind of wired headphones now as well. I did use them initially for the iPod, but now I use proper biodynamic headphones, which is all something I'm talking about tomorrow in the video. But I use those because I can plug them into the camera after I've recorded, and I can check that the audio is okay and not clipped and everything. So that's another, because otherwise I'm trying to listen on the camera speaker, which is really tough. I do take a spare SD card with me as well. And of course I'll have my stack of magnetic filters with me. And I will probably take the, I don't know, if I'm brave, I won't even take this other mic with me for space. Also, I've got to take a pair of biodynamic headphones with me tomorrow, because the fact I use them with the iPod, the iPod will be coming with me, but you know what that looks like. That's the start of next week's video, the hero. So it means I've got to somehow get a pair of studio headphones up with me and they don't collapse. So that's going to be a bit of a pain. But anyway, I'll work that out. I did used to have a pair of Sony ones that did collapse. But anyway, if I have to take a second small bag, just a pair of headphones in, so be it. It'd be very lightweight. So I'm going to keep it as light as I possibly can, but that's still enough to be taken about. So just a couple of things I was going to mention was emails that I had this morning, which I thought you might be interested in. The video for the glasses, she absolutely loved. So I woke up to a stream of emails this morning. I don't know what you're like. I played chicken and I went through all of them apart from that one, because I thought if she doesn't like it, it's going to be a whole rework and it puts me behind. But I woke up to this email. Let me see if I can find it. Thank you for sharing the link. I've just finished watching the video and I have to say it's absolutely fantastic and beautifully produced. From our side, there are no need for any changes at all. Whether it's the pros you highlighted or the questions you pointed out, we completely support you sharing your genuine experience and honest thoughts with your audience. Your authenticity is exactly what makes your content so valuable. So that was really lovely, because I put my heart and soul into that one. I always do for sponsors. I always go the extra yard, because hopefully it's going to mean I'll get work from them again in the future. So that was nice to wake up to. And also, Quadro magazine. Remember I submitted my photos about 9 o'clock last night. Congratulations, your submission has been accepted. Your free publication will take place in June. Please note that we're going to release the June issue from June 15th to June 30th, and once your issue is released, we will notify you. 30 days after the publication, you will also receive free tear sheets, so literally copies of tear sheets out of the magazine. I'm going to see if there's any copies available to buy in the UK. I'll certainly look out for them. So that was 2 nice emails. It was just a nice sort of end to yesterday and a start to today, to know that the work I'm doing is paying off slightly. And certainly with the photography, knowing that just being consistent, and also every photo now that I'm posting, I'm doing shot at Canon UK. I was speaking to the team last week at the show, and they said the best way to get noticed is just constantly using that. So I mean, all the photos I've done this year, I should have been using it more. I did occasionally tag them, but tagging them is a pain in the arse. I've just got to at them. So I'll carry on doing that. And I thought there was one other thing I was going to mention as well. Possibly not then. I think that was the main thing, is just getting ready for tomorrow. So that's what goes on behind the scenes of getting ready for a day out, making sure all the batteries are sorted, making sure that I've got phones that are fully charged me, the Air's on charge at the moment, the Max will be charged up tonight. I'll make sure both the camera batteries are charged up and I've got the charger with me. I'll make sure I've got a charging bank with me. Make sure I've got the SD card in the bag, and then I'm kind of set for the day. It's kind of nice knowing what I'm going into, because I haven't been to the show before. I know what to expect tomorrow. So I know the venue, and I know the layout of the venue as well. And it's got an upper tier, so I'm going to record some up there. I'll record some of the iPod video outside, some of it. I might get off at Bank, actually. Well, Bank is something I've got to change, but I think there's some nice shots to take of Bank tube station. There's some steps there, so I'm going to look for that as well. Whether I get to get out of Waterloo or not, I don't know. It just depends on how the day goes. But I'd like to try and get 4 or 5 shots tomorrow to see me through the next week, if I possibly can. So yeah, I think it was a little bit different, wasn't it? Something a little bit interesting. So I will again vlog, but as you know what it's like on days I'm out, it'll probably be later than normal. But we all know that I can at least get something done at Waterloo now, sitting upstairs. So it will be up. I can't guarantee exactly what time, but I will keep you up to date tomorrow. And also, of course, the vlog will be recorded somewhere in London. Right, I think that's all I had to mention today. Yeah, everything in the background's done. All my points written out for the video itself, so I can just refer to it, refresh my mind what I've got to say, then do my bit to camera. And also, I think on the in-air video, I shout a little bit too much. I need to remember that I don't need to shout so much when I've got this mic on, because it's right close to me. Also, I'm positioning the mic a bit further away now, by my chest rather than by my throat, so it's not as boomy, and it gets rid of any plosives and pops as well. And I will remember to put the dead cat on the windshield on if I'm outside, and if it's at all dodgy. I don't know what the weather's supposed to be tomorrow. What is the weather tomorrow? In London, it is supposed to be 20 degrees and 40% chance of rain. 20 degrees is nice enough working weather. I can live with that. Right. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I shall see you tomorrow.